Well, Quanell, one of the things I hope is that Sean Spicer's watching, our face-off and maybe gets a message. Look, I think he's a good man. I think he's got, as press secretary now for Donald Trump, he's got a big job. But what happened was over the weekend, he said some things about the size of the people that were there for the inauguration in Washington, D.C., and he said it was the largest crowd that have ever been there in the history of the United States, which is a nice thing to say. But what happens is that the liberal left is going to take that and they're going to count everybody they can one by one, and if he's off by one or two, they're going to come back and they're going to jam it in his face, which is exactly what happened. Then he began to come back and try to fight against that and kind of hold his ground. Look, here's what you need to do. What you need to do is not get yourself into that kind of a sticky wicket. And if you make a mistake because you say 100 and it's only supposed to be 98, then you come back and say, hey, I was off by a couple.
But Matt,
this guy's going to get himself in big trouble if he doesn't watch himself.
But Matt, that's not the issue. The issue is he came out condemning the media as liars, as being biased against the Trump administration. He said that they
I agree
intentionally fabricated the numbers and lowered the numbers. Then he had to come back and turn around and admit that he was wrong, that the numbers he quoted were not right. The problem with a man like that is, if you're wrong and you made a mistake, admit that you made a mistake, that you could have did better. No one is perfect,
right.
But don't come out attacking people, and then when it comes out that you're wrong, you should apologize to the very people that you attacked. Now, do I believe that there's some in the media absolutely against Donald Trump and won't give him a chance? Absolutely there is. But at the end of the day, if you want to trap a rabbit, all you have to know is the habits of a rabbit. They trapped him with his own words, knowing that they had the numbers, and he actually did not have the correct numbers.
Well, look, there was nothing else that bad happened during the inauguration. It was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The timing was correct. It looked fantastic. What was the media going to do? So they took the one and only tiny little thing that they could, and this is what is going to continue on for the next 8 years with Trump in there as president of the United States. And what this gentleman has to understand right now is, as press secretary, you're on all the time. So don't allow yourself to be pointed in the wrong direction. Don't get off the road. Stay on the road, say the things. And he's a good man. He's going to do a good job. This was a good learning experience.
When I watched the inauguration, you know what's the first thing that came to my mind?
What's that?
This looks like a modern-day 21st century Klan rally.
Oh, come on.
I looked for black people, could only find one or two. Could only find one or two Hispanics. It looked like a modern-day Klan rally.
There were plenty of Hispanics there. There were plenty of black Americans there, too.
The only thing that was missing was the boys going, "Hail Trump." And Trump was the only thing he was missing was his Klan robe.
You see,
it looked like a modern-day Klan rally. In fact, watch that inauguration. You would think around the world, America only got white folks in it.
You got it. You go need to take another look at that crowd that we were talking about. There was many black Americans in that crowd, and Americans that have their originality from all over the world, brother. Man, don't you worry.
That looked like a modern-day Klan rally. I mean, you could barely see color in it.
Oh.